The stage is set. Our performance begins. Each bullet is a song. I pull their strings and watch them dance. Which is the lie, the mask or my face? Prepare for your finale. PrimeTime League starts right now.
Full mana, full HP. This is going to be a crushing fight. A quadra kill for double lift.
The double kill, that's the game. 48.5 Unicorns of Love.
超级小兵涌了进来，345分 ，TPA 结束了这个系列赛。
Hello and welcome to PrimeTime League, your weekly amalgamation of information and entertainment encompassing the world of professional LOL esports. I'm Irving DeBisna III. Almost forgot my name, but I am here with David Phreak Turley. You say your name correctly.
I mean, if you got third wrong, are you like a clone? Are you like the descendant of Irving DeBisna III? Shh. Why do you put your pinky up when you do shh? That's just weird.
Because it's
Are you like trying to hang loose while telling people to
silence?
That's okay. Sure.
You know your role, Phreak. Okay. Speaking of roles this year, we have actually seen a record amount of champions flex their muscles at different positions. Even Phreak sometimes. It's pretty cringy. Across the LCS, the LCK, and LMS, this spring, 9.3% of the champs picked have been in 3 roles. Almost 30% have been played in at least 2 roles. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, look at this graphic. Lissandra, 32, but a lonely at support, along with Lulu. It's everywhere.
It's interesting. So part of the reason for this is I think some of these champions just got more sort of complex kits, right? We started differentiating champions a bit more, and so you have champions like Quinn, where like, she does marksman things, but she can kind of do whatever. Also, just the fact that you can go like Sterix and Ma on like ranged AD champions, but still be tanky and like fill these jungle and top lane roles. Like itemization helps quite a bit as well. And the Lulus and the Lissandras and like the Trundles of the world, like those have always kind of been like that. And just people sort of learned, oh, Trundle support's a cool thing when they were already good in the 2 roles before. So it's a mix of itemization getting more broad and some of these champions having more things to do as well.
You know, it's a year of not hearing their players say, I'm on an island here. I only have these champions to pick.
True.
There are champions everywhere to pick.
Yeah.
No whining.
It's the wrong time for the Dynamic Q to come out because I could have just played marksman everywhere and it would have been fine. But now I just play bot and support, which means I just play support.
It's all right. First world league problems.
I know, right?
So before you tried these flex picks at home, remember these champs were role swapped by trained professionals, and flexing should only be done under the supervision of someone platinum or higher. I got my key right here. But don't take my word for it. Check out the pro chat in this week's Mic Check.
They don't know us. Unicorn, they don't know us. They don't know how good we are.
They know our names, not our stories.
I think we could create a music band. Gamsu can be the cook.
Hi.
I will be the manager. Martin should be the lead singer or something like this. But I actually have never heard you sing. So
I'm just there, but I'm not actually one singing. I'm just
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm just there for the face. We're diving.
Just diving. Just killing up.
We can fight. We can fight. We can fight.
No,
we have John ult.
I'm coming.
Okay, wait for LeBlanc. Wait for LeBlanc.
Is coming.
Push Graves. Lupal Graves. Nice. Shoulder one. Speed 4.
Nice!
Look at that. Picture with Darius holding the trophy. Good times, man.
In EU, the posters has nothing to do with anything. Because it would just be 5 Fnatic pictures. There's even like Millennium on the wall.
It's like a timeline of Bora every 6 months.
I'm chasing Ori. I have a speed for you, Bora, in 3.
Go mid.
Here, 3. Bora, I'm speeding you. I'm speeding you. You're gonna go. Look at Draven.
Ori.
Nice.
Jinx. Fiora. Aki Koki. No, Aki. I die for you.
And guys, keep going. I got Jinx. She's gonna die. She's dead.
Nice, good job.
Guys, you have to wave. Let's wave.
Have we go wave.
What's up, guys? What's up, Huni?
Why you guys are so silent?
I'm not silent.
Silent night.
What?
Okay, let's Q. You can kill the guy. Keep fire.
Flash.
Nice.
Nice.
I have no kills.
Oh.
Just one.
I think it's as well.
Nice.
We'll win 2v2's bottom, so you have that, you know, that strength in the bot lane. You guys got it. If we start pressuring them hard, we can snowball it really hard too, because Doublelift just runs at you and kills himself.
That is a double lift strategy.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. My voice is so beautiful.
I forgot the lyrics. I just made them up.
I could tell you didn't know the lyrics of the song.
Okay.
I think you guys have it.
Cut him off.
Yeah, I'm getting cut.
I'm still catching top. You guys are fine. I have TP if you need me.
I got him. Holy shit, he's fast.
We need to recall.
Can we defend mid?
Just keep running. Push mid. I can just push it back now.
Can we like save him some way?
Yeah, you guys can collapse on him. You guys can help him.
We're coming.
He's gonna regroup with his team. Can we fight them in there?
Back off.
They filmed that yesterday when everybody was just sitting like.
Yeah, that's your life now. They film you when you do everything.
Yeah, no, but
it's only awkward if you make it awkward.
Wait, what was clean?
You were like, oh, you know how people talk about just having like talent and stuff like that?
Hard work beats talent, but what if you have both?
Yeah, and what if you have both?
What the hell? When did I say that?
You said it at the end of your feature.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Welcome everyone to Duo Q, where we test the synergy of teammates off the rift while trying not to create one in the team synergy. This week, it's the battle of the solo lanes as the undefeated immortals, Huni and Pobelter, are going to be taking on Shiphtur and Billyboss from Team Dignitas. Welcome everyone to the show. It's going to be fun. Okay, so now the funny thing is, of course, you're undefeated in LCS, but you got wrecked in Duo Q last time. Meanwhile, Team Dignitas, you guys haven't lost in Duo Q yet, so I feel like there's a good chance for you guys to crush this one. So here's how it works, by the way. Adrian and Walter already know how bad they were, but I'm gonna basically, in a minute, have both the mid laners leave the stage. I'm gonna ask the top laners questions about your guys' respective mid laners. You're gonna write them down, and then we're gonna bring the mid laners back. We're gonna ask you guys the same questions, and you're gonna hopefully get the same answers, because it's still gonna be about you, so hopefully you guys are all on the same page. Make sense, everyone? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, Pobelter, Shiphtur, GTFO. All right, well, the more important solo laners are now just alone here, so we have the better top laners here. Let's get to the question. So, Billy, I'm gonna start with you here. What champion does your mid laner think he can play, but can't? What can't Shiphtur really play?
I'm gonna say Ziggs here.
Ziggs? He can't play Ziggs?
Okay, he can play Ziggs, but he's gonna think that he can't play Ziggs. I don't know.
So
he'll
you
know.
think he doesn't think he can play Ziggs, basically?
He does. He thinks he's confident in it, but he'll definitely say Ziggs for some reason.
All right, I trust you. Huni, what does Pobelter think he can play?
Oh, it's pretty hard. Actually, I trust my mid laner actually, but it's going to be pretty hard to choose only one champion.
Only one? There's so many things.
Oh yeah, I guess I would say Echo.
Echo. Pobelter can't really play Echo. Who do you think he can?
Because I'm playing just Echo, so I don't know. Actually, I hope he would say Echo as well.
Okay.
I just Echo. Yeah.
You hope he'll say Echo?
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. All right, next up. I'm gonna stay with you here. Which film, TV, or music celebrity does Pobelter have a crush on? A celebrity Pobelter has a crush on.
What is crush on?
He thinks they're really hot.
He likes them a lot.
Yeah. Like, you know, but he's like really like Taylor Swift. Is he like a Jennifer Lawrence fan?
Should I say singer name or?
I suppose so, yeah. Like, if he could date her, he would.
Yeah,
he'd be most excited if she came to the house.
His phone and then like some pictures, I guess.
Okay.
Like something like I would say Instagram, but I don't know like her exact name, so that's kind of unlucky.
Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah.
You just pick one.
Just pick one?
And we're gonna hope you're right.
You know, I would just say Taylor Swift. Because, you know, I think he will assume that I know only like that girl singer Taylor Swift. You know?
That's smart.
Yeah.
All right, so hopefully you get that one right. Billy, same question.
I'm gonna say, there's like this girl in this TV show Flash. I don't watch Flash, but Danny watches it a lot.
Okay.
It's not Felicity, it's the other one. It's the other one that's like...
Felicity's an Arrow, so...
Oh, right, yeah.
Which would be a good choice.
Yeah,
the girl from Flash, I think that'll be good enough.
Yeah, the girl from Flash.
And we know what you mean, and if he says something close, we'll give you the credit. All right, final question, here we go. Staying with you, Billy. What is the most ticklish body part of Shiphtur?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like tickling on a regular basis.
It doesn't have to be a regular basis. Just sometimes you gotta know. Like, this is an important question. All right.
I'm gonna. What? I can't even. Let me think.
Look, I mean, his hands, his arms, his head, legs, feet, armpits.
I'm gonna say armpits, but
Armpits?
that's just like a very generic thing. I'm not saying that it's not from experience.
So what would Shiphtur say? Because then
maybe armpits. Probably.
You're thinking armpits? All right. You can cheat the system. You know that, right?
Yeah.
All right, Huni.
I've done it once, man. Just kidding. How should I say this part?
His sides?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, his sides.
Yeah, I guess. It would be that.
Obliques.
I suppose you're right. I suppose, but I feel like I was gonna give him sides.
Yeah, sides.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Let's bring in the mid laners. By the power of the heart wipe, we are back. I'd like to welcome the mid laners also back to the show, guys. Welcome. The more skilled members of the team, obviously. Shiphtur agrees. Pobelter is lost. It's fine. Okay, so of course I asked your top laners 3 questions about you guys, and now I'm gonna ask you hopefully to get the same answers. So first up, Shiphtur, what is a mid lane champion you think you can play, but you really can't? According to Billy, of course.
What the heck?
Yeah.
It's so hard.
What the? You can choose like randomly one champion, and then if it's correct, yeah.
You have a 1 in 100 chance.
It's like 1 in 140 right now or something, right?
No, what are you actually bad at though that you think you can play?
Holy crap, dude.
Come on, there's actually an answer.
Is there actually an answer?
So, for what it's worth, Energy last week, Conquan said literally nothing was wrong with Altec. I'm not saying that's the answer or anything, but like, we've had those answers before.
Okay, champion, I think I'm good at.
But you aren't.
But I aren't. How do I answer that?
I don't know. What are you wrong about?
Well, I think I'm pretty good at. Pretty good at Ari, right?
Okay. What's your pick?
But no, I'm actually really good at Ari, so there's definitely no way.
You know what?
At Ziggs.
Oh! See? See? That's not random change. That's called understanding each other. All right, Pobelter, you just saw that thought process.
Time chopper.
Well,
Give me that again.
all right. I need some time to think.
But you had like 45 seconds to Shiphtur mull it over.
Would Huni actually think that I'm bad at something that I think I'm good at? Or
I don't know. Or what would Huni say?
what would Huni say?
Right? It's more about what he said than what's actually true.
Yeah.
Guess.
Come on, man. You had so much
All
time.
right, I think it's Lulu then.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Echo. That was my second choice.
Oh, really?
so
Okay. Second choice. Second choice, buddy. Sure.
This is
Okay. All right.
relationship.
All right. Well, speaking of second choice, time for the second question here. So Huni had a little bit of trouble because he didn't understand the word crush. So we had to explain it to him. But what is a TV, music, or movie celebrity that you have a crush on? And that Huni would actually know.
It's easy. Really easy.
Is it?
Yeah, just like, yeah.
You can't coach him into it.
Pobelter doesn't have emotion. He doesn't love. He doesn't crush.
I just crush mid laners.
I mean,
Wait, music celebrity, TV celebrity, film celebrity.
yeah, just one. It's not like one of each.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Give him the list.
Come on, man. We gave you so much time for the almost getting Echo right. You got this. I believe in you.
I'm stumped, man.
No, come on.
I
Huni was
think I'm
stumped too, but he got there.
Gee, I don't know. Taylor Swift?
Whoa! See, there it is. See?
This is our.
This is going better than I actually thought you guys would do with how much trouble the top laners had.
I even said.
All right.
I assumed that you're.
Shiphtur?
Same question?
Yeah.
Oh. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. TV, music, or movie celebrity you have a crush on that Billy knows about.
Oh, God.
I know a lot.
Wait. TV. All right, is it... Fuck. Is it Donna from Suits?
Oh.
Wait, what'd you pick?
Girl from Flash.
That girl from
Donna from Suits is here. Oh, interesting. All right. Well, it's
Wait,
okay.
there's
Hey, it's 1-1.
There's like 3 girls.
It's 1-1.
There's like 3 girls.
It's okay. We give it to you if you guess the girl because he didn't know her name, but he knew it's okay. Either way, you got it wrong, so it sucks to be you.
Blonde one?
All right. Ty, you know what, guys? This is my show. Can you just not interrupt me all the time? Thanks. I appreciate that. All right. Tiebreaker. Here we go. This is important. Okay. Okay. Shiphtur, what is the most ticklish part of your body?
Oh my God.
I know. That's actually the question.
Easy.
That is easy, right?
Yeah.
Like the most.
Come on, man. This ain't hard.
Is it my belly?
My armpits?
I'm not ticklish there.
That was the most shocked expression of what?
I'm not ticklish.
My bad. I thought it was a pretty universal thing.
Pobelter?
My love handle's like right here.
Oh, we got it! Oh.
That's my boy!
That's
all right.
That's different.
I mean, he literally did this on camera. Like, it did the exact same expression. Thing is, he didn't know the word for it. So he just, like, did this and we gave him the word.
I didn't even use that.
Danny, look, don't lure me out of this. You watch Suits, like, we're already right about this. By the letter of the law, they've won. It's done. I'm sorry, buddy. Immortals win. Immortals finally got a win on Duo Q. And, of course, they are 8-0 in the LCS. So if you want to see them do battle on Saturday, Team Dignitas can maybe take down Immortals. It's going to be Saturday's match. It's going to be great. Stay tuned. All right, Kobe, you ready to take on DeathTimers?
Always ready, my friend.
All right, it's going to be fun. So for those who don't know what's going on here, we each have 45 seconds to present our case for today's topic. Today's topic is who's the #2 NALCS team.
Tricky one.
I know, right? Check the standings. Obviously, Immortals #1. That's not an easy debate or anything, but there's a whole bunch of teams from Team Liquid all the way up to Cloud9 here who could kind of vie for the #2 spot within one game of each other. And so we've picked our teams, and we're gonna have a bunch of fun sort of debating who it's going to be. I will start. And I'm going to pick Counter Logic Gaming, okay?
Good move, using CLG against me.
Yeah, I mean, you
tricky,
keep using them, trying to keep you on your toes, Kobe.
All
right, so here we go for the timer. 3, 2, 1, go me. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna go Phreak, I'm the best. So people have called into question the individual skill levels of players like Huni and Xmithy, and the thing is, they're still #2 even with players that haven't been molded super well just yet. Talk about the rookies. Sure, but they're at that #2 spot right now. And the thing is, I have so much faith in the coaching staff of CLG. They went from middle of the pack team to the best team by the end of last year. They grabbed rookies that specifically Zix told me was because their mindsets were so good, that they could be molded, that they could become the best, and that this was a formula that would work. And I have heavy belief in teams like that, where it's all about coordination, all about cohesion. That's why I don't think that Energy or the other sort of Korean teams are going to do as well, because these guys are going to be on the same page for the rest of this.
The other sort of Korean teams. I like that you're basically his whole argument is he has faith in the coaching staff.
I have
classic.
faith in CLG.
Okay, good one, Phreak. All right, well, if you're gonna take CLG, I'll do Cloud9 then.
All right, you ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1, Cloud9.
All right, if you're talking about potential, I mean, Cloud9 literally just had the best week they've had all season. They did everything that I asked for them, actually. Rush branched out. He did a different jungler. Not only did we different jungler, but he did a different style of jungling with Nunu. Objective focus. They've got Hai back in the driver's seat, and they're keeping him in the driver's seat. So they found consistency. They're still using Bunny Fufu, to practice with and level up Hai's support gameplay, and it actually showed. He made many plays on Morgana in that game. Plus, Jensen is an absolute monster now.
That's true.
He is taking over the mid lane. I think that he is going to challenge Bjergsen for that #1 spot very, very soon. Also, Cloud9, I think they are going to rise above the...
Yeah, what are they going to rise above, Kobe?
Troposphere, which is where clouds are formed.
Okay,
did you know?
Great, I did actually, but thank you for that. No, you got to stop. The timer. No, shh. The timer ran out.
I'm just saying they have a very hard week coming up. They're playing both Team Liquid and Immortals, so we'll get to see.
Kobe, you're well over time here in this one. So whatever. All right. So Kobe cheated a whole lot. But you guys, of course, can vote for who you think won this argument. He went over time, but you can still send #KobeWin to @LoL Esports.
That wasn't even an argument, though. I was just talking about their schedule.
Or you can go #FreakWin if you believe in the truth and understanding and proper etiquette for rules.
All right, and to watch a real battle for second place, check out the North American LCS Game of the Week as second place Energy takes on second place CLG this Saturday. Right after that is Cloud9 versus Team Liquid, though. So.
Hello everyone, Sjokz here from Berlin ahead of week 5 of the European LCS, where I wanted to take a look at our current top 3 here. G2 at the top of the tables with H2K and the Unicorns of Love. Let's start by taking a look at H2K. They have a different configuration in 2016, but I feel they still have the same recipe for success. They have a very, very strong macro game, which amasses them a lot of gold at 20 minutes, which they set up for between 10 and 20. Of course, they are still the kings of the lane swap, especially Odoamne is so good at holding his own, and their self-sustainable bottom lane and more with Forgiven. Of course, their dominance between 10 and 20 minutes suffers a little bit now that they don't have Ryu and have to use Selfie, but they are still fantastic at the macro game, and that shows in the fact that they are tied for the most towers in the league with G2 at 76, but maybe more importantly, the least towers taken against them at 27, showing that they are still in absolute control of that macro game, which begs the question, they also were that in 2015. And when I asked Prolly that, he said, yes, but this time we have the macro game and we also have the mechanical ability in our players to keep growing, and I think they can. So let's take a look at that other team. G2, brand new on the scene. They have fantastic stats. They have the highest gold lead at 20 minutes in the league. They have the lowest average game time in the European LCS. And when you think of G2, you think of aggression. You think of kills. You think of Trick, Emperor, and in the solo lane, in the mid lane, Perks. He's not only dropping F-bombs on the analyst task, but he's also dropping champions on the Rift. He has the second most kills in the league behind Sven and the most kills for a mid laner. But with that side note, they have a lot of kills as a team, but I also want to look at the deaths, because pre-15 they amassed 30 deaths as a team combined. That is the absolute most, and I feel like sometimes they can be a little bit too reckless in the decisions they make. However, for now it is panning out. They are aggressive, but I think they are okay with giving up some deaths when it gets them the objective and gets them the wins, and it is because they are 7-1. Finally, I want to look at the Unicorns of Love. They are in third place. They went from being the most inconsistent team in the LCS to being consistent with 3 different junglers over 8 games. They also got 8 out of 8 first bloods so far, and in 7 of those, their jungler was involved. Of course, they have that heavy, strong backbone of Vizichachi and Healy, who were also on the team in 2015, which amasses them the highest average gold lead at 10 minutes. However, I want to beg the question. The Fisho has been saying, well, this is the biggest or best shot calling we've seen of the Unicorns of Love so far. I agree, so far, definitely. But with that highest gold lead at 10 minutes, I don't feel like they are closing out the games as seamlessly as they could be yet. However, with that backbone, as said, of Vizichachi and Hylissang and the help of Fox and Steelback definitely doing well in that bottom lane, I think they have what it takes to be a top 3 contender and stay that way for playoffs and maybe even after that. We will find out a lot more about these 3 teams because the UOL is playing H2K and H2K is playing G2 here in week 5 of the European LCS. So definitely tune in. We start at 6 p.m. Central European time for Europeans, and of course 9 a.m. Pacific for you guys over there across the ocean. So tune in and we'll see you then.
Well, we have to wait until Friday to focus in on Europe's match of the week, Origin versus Vitality. Right now, we can zoom out on our most recent Know the Pro challenge and reveal that those natural curls belong to none other than Vitality's jungler, Sjokz. Although, so far this split, he's been a bit more shaky. Last summer in the EU LCS, Sjokz had the highest percentage of a team's damage by a jungler with more than 15%. This spring, he has the lowest at about 9.5%. Big change there. So while his curls are on point, Sjokz needs to shake up his ganks if Vitality wants to go old school on OG this Friday.
Phreak here to fulfill your fantasy lineup needs for week 5 of the LCS. Let's start with the studs who will put your team in their backpack like it's Friday's report on the Akkadian Empire. First up, Phoenix. He is actually the second best mid laner in fantasy, 20.7 points per game, and only half of you are starting him, and he's playing against Renegades this week. This is like a shoo-in. Next up, Extinct. Okay, more of a stretch, but he's playing Giants and Elements. That's going to average like 30 points to an enemy support, which is pretty solid. No one's starting him, so he's like there to pick up. He's an easy support for points. Next up, CLG's AD carry Stixxay is also severely undervalued in fantasy, less than half own, only 1/4 start. They play TSM and Energy, which are fairly tough opponents, but TSM gives a bunch of 50-minute games with 7 million kills, and Energy are kind of doing the same. These guys are actually pretty high in points given. Maybe it's worth it. Now let's talk about some duds that should be heading to your bench. First up, Perks from G2. It's maybe because he's good, of course. He's got a lot of kills, but he's playing H2K and Vitality. Those are some hard opponents. If you really believe in G2, then sure, we've got a better choice. There are less risky opportunities out there. Next up, Jensen. He was huge last week, but C9 have really tough opponents here. They're up against Immortals. that's going to be rough. Also, Team Liquid, who are now looking quite good themselves and have been actually smashing games without giving a lot of kills up, so those are pretty risky. They also didn't do well last time they played those teams. Also, speaking of benching people, Noxiac, for sure bench him. He is out of the Fnatic lineup. There's a rookie named Cly who's now in there for them. You can pick up him, maybe Extinct. I'd pick up Extinct, please.
Hey everybody, it is Jad here with another episode of League of Learning, and this week I wanted to talk about the newest addition to the LCS, Jhin. Let's get right into some of his strengths and weaknesses. I think strength-wise, he has very high damage, long pick potential and long range through his W and his R. He also has very high burst with his fourth shot and some of his spell combos. And he's also an AD carry who has traps. So there are a lot of potential strengths for Jhin. But with strengths comes some pretty big weaknesses. The fact that he only holds 4 shots, so he has to reload, and that actually takes a long amount of time. He has very low mobility. He is unreliable with his long-range skill shots, and he's also very squishy. So good strengths and also some pretty pronounced weaknesses. As far as what we'll see on him or what you should pick on him when you play him in solo queue, runes and masteries. I think attack damage for your Marks and Quints is the safe choice. If you want to go with armor penetration, you're sacrificing a little bit of your early game and getting probably some stronger damage in teamfights in the late game. Seals, I suggest armor. I don't think you should take this champion mid, which is why you should be bottom lane with armor all the time. Don't take a mid because low mobility champion, not a good idea. Glyphs-wise, magic resistance if you're safe, cooldown reduction if you want to be really greedy. Taking a look at the masteries, there's a couple of options. You can go 18 in the Ferocity tree or 18 in the Cunning tree. Thunderlord's Decree is probably my favorite because it's a nice 3-hit trading pattern that Jhin has. You get the Thunderlords and then you run away with your move speed. But you can also go Warlord's Bloodlust or even Deathfire Touch because you get very powerful AD ratios since Jhin can accumulate so much attack damage. From there, I want to talk about some of the core items. I think almost every build should have Boots of Swiftness because of the low mobility. Then you should either go Infinity Edge, Rapid Fire Cannon, Essence Reaver, or flip that around and go Essence Reaver, Rapid Fire Cannon, Infinity Edge. I think it's important to get your BF sword item and then your Zeal item and combo them together. Situationally as well, you won't always need a Mercurial Scimitar, but it does help very greatly with his mobility and because people are always trying to assassinate him. From there, it's hard to go wrong with any of the other situational items, so whatever you feel like in the game, I suggest you just go with and you won't make too many huge mistakes. From there, I want to talk a little bit about his play pattern because his trading can be fairly straightforward. You want to manipulate it so you have 2 shots left, get your first shot in, use your Q, get your 4th shot in, and then get your movement speed to run away. So it's actually a fairly straightforward trading pattern, and that can also proc your Thunderlord's Decree if you haven't procced it recently, which is quite strong, I think. And in laning phase, these are some of the best supports I would suggest for Jhin. Things that can keep him safe and things that can help him combo his skill shots. Morgana can kind of be the best of both worlds. Keep him safe with Black Shield, and if you land a binding, you can very easily combo all of his skill shots and get a huge amount of damage off. Janet keeps him even safer and enhances AD ratio, and then Thresh and Annie are 2 champions that combo very well with Jhin's skill shots. But there are also a bunch of counters, which might be what holds him back from the LCS in the short term. Assassins crush him, and also Hard Engage can crush him. So they need to be very careful when they pick Jhin if you're an LCS team, and I don't think Jhin will be a good early pick because of all the things you can pick against him and really ruin his day. So with all that, I think because of the champion complexity, it might take a little while before we see him in the LCS, but if someone's put a lot of games on Jhin and sees the right opportunity, his strengths could merit him being played. So that'll do it for this episode of Jhin with League of Learning, and I hope you learned something.
Holy Trinity Force, you guys crushed last week's question like it was Renegades. I mean, it's kind of how it went. The first 2 weeks, your answers were worse than St. Vicious's smiting skills, but now you guys crushed it finally, and we've got 500,000 people in the Hall of Fame. Okay, so last week, we asked you, how many times will Shen be played in the LCS and for a chance at the Hall of Fame? What will his cumulative KDA be? Technically, I would say undefined, but we gave you 0 for credit anyway. The answer, of course, was, yeah, he didn't get played, so there you go. That's going to make that one easy. Now, the number of winners was 78 people got that right. Of those 78 people, 6 of you just didn't put in the follow-up of what the KDA would be. So you guys miss out on the Hall of Fame. Congrats. Good job. really proud of you. But in spite of those whoopsies, there are, of course, 72 people to add to the Hall of Fame. We had to build an extra special ninja wing just for you guys to fit you all in. Congratulations on not being able to do math. The answer was undefined, but it's fine. Now, of course, because we don't have the budget for any more construction projects this week, we've decided to give you a much harder question. This one's going to be a killer. Literally. Which players will lead the NA and EU LCS in kills this week? And for a spot in the newly renovated PTO Hall of Fame, what will their combined total kills be? So for example, you have to say Wild Turtle and Perks in NA and EU with a combined total of 33. That's my answer. Pick your own. Remember to send your answers to @LaLeagueSports with hashtag PTL if you want to try to get in the Hall of Fame, and good luck.
While the LMS and LPL are taking the week off to celebrate the Year of the Monkey, up in Korea it is the Year of the Tiger, at least in the LCK. The ROX Tigers are a perfect 6-0 in their best-of-3 series and have dominated the spring split so far, beating both SKT and KT Rolster.
And those are the teams you'll find in 2nd and 4th place right now in the standings, and that matchup between KT and SKT is our BF match of the week.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. This Saturday, Faker and the defending world champs will continue to look to climb up the standings when they take on Score and KT Rolster. These lineups are stacked with stars. Faker, Score, Arrow, Bang. But we're going to highlight the tussle in the top lane as it's KT's powerhouse Someday taking on the newest member of SKT's starting lineup, Marin's replacement, Duke.
Yeah, it's a battle of former MVPs, actually. Duke was the 2015 Spring MVP back on Najin. Someday was 2015 Summer MVP on the team he's on right now.
Yep.
And, I mean, Someday is still continuing to be amazing. Last year, he was considered to be the best top laner in the world. Still looking absolutely great for him, of course. Duke, meanwhile, not playing quite as well. Some of that is SKT as a team not playing quite as well. And you could chalk up some of that to them playing with Blank and Scout. These guys aren't as good as like Easy Hoon and Bangi, so you can kind of forgive some of these losses, but still it's not quite the same as KT. Meanwhile, KT have actually been swapping their supports around, both Ignar and Hachani. It's hard to make up for Peekaboo, but these guys are actually doing pretty well, and KT's in 2nd, so it's obviously working reasonably for these guys. Anyway, this is a sort of battle about who's 2nd best in Korea right now. KT Tigers undefeated, but these are the teams vying for that spot.
We'll see who makes it. Now let's segue from the biggest matches of the week to the hugest plays from last week in a ginormous compilation of awesome called the Penta.
Hopping into number 5, Doublelift made quick work of some Renegades as he picked up a quadra kill.
There's one hit, Haunter's slowed a bit. Dragon's low, that's gonna be a shutdown onto Crumbs, no smite there, the ball goes in. Freeze is able to capitalize, and Bjergsen's here with full mana, full HP. This is gonna be a crushing fight, a quadra kill for Doublelift.
At number 4, Flash Wolves NL couldn't shift his way out of Hong Kong esports Ole's death sentence.
命上了这个守护的裁决之下，
这个闪电狼还是一样的。
哇，NL这边奥数远程被欧雷远距离尾端给扣回来，这个太大意了！
真的吧？
那刚刚这边是上一个会战的一个精彩 replay 哦，最后这个钩子真的太大意了。
Flash Wolves Maple slashed his way through Hong Kong esports as he picked up 4 kills in our number 3 play.
Maple 进场，有这个神龙龟身上面神龙龟被秒掉了，后面站成了一团。Maple 说能不能发挥奇迹，瑞子已经倒下。
哇，Maple 这边又把 Rokinia 收掉，
哇，
再收一个
，3连3，3连3之后准备瞄准第4个击杀，往回一个收一线。哇，Maple 说被盯住了，拿到一个 triple， 哇，quadra kill。
At number 2, from the NA Challenger Series, Death did not stop enemies iKenyu from stealing the Baron with his Poison Trail.
Keen is looking for it.
Watch the damage!
Oh no, he gets it!
Oh, he read it too early!
Water's dead! It's working out the Baron! It's secured by the poison! He gets the poison steal!
200 HP, 57, 14.
And at number 1, Maple left his mark on this week's Penta when he outplayed Hong Kong esports Rokinia in this 1v1.
那目前以召唤师技能来说的话，Rokinia 直接探草 ，Rokinia 用探草的方式 ，Maple 说给他一整波的爆发，两边的交手，再转一个迎战，这一下，哇 ，Maple 闪现过去，终于有剁到那一下普攻，把 Rokinia 手刃起来。
哦，这波真的很漂亮哦！首先是直接开大绝上去一个普攻啊，刚开始 Rokinia 这个 Q 是 miss 掉了，如果有打中的话，应该是直接残血死掉。这边回了很多血，最后一下，
哇，他用闪现贴到了雷之脸上，把他刮下来。
So remember to keep in mind, if you are watching CBLOL, the LPL, or any of the leagues around the world, and you see a play that deserves to be in the Penta, hit us up on LOL Esports, use the hashtag #ThePenta, and let the world witness some of the awesome. Speaking of awesome as well, the Immortals continued their domination of the NALCS last weekend, picking up their 8th win in a row to start the spring split. Can anybody stop these guys? That tie secures Curse's 2013 spring record of most wins in a row to start a season. So that means one more win. The record is theirs. Pretty nice.
Yeah, most wins in a row to start a season out. Now, of course, the Immortals' perfect weekend from a couple days ago means that as of Wednesday, it's 328 days in a row that Huni and Rainover have not lost a regular season game. It also means that Immortals are still on pace to put up the best statistical split in LCS history. You can compare them to Fnatic in summer 2015, Cloud9 in summer 2013, and look, it doesn't matter. Immortals are crushing it in both Team KDA and average game time.
And then there's First Bloods. Rainover and the Immortals have secured 8 in a row to start the spring split. That ties Teammates' 2015 record for most First Bloods in a row. And yes, this is most First Bloods secured, not given up.
No, of course not, no. Now, of course, those First Bloods from Immortals, honestly, a lot of their overall success has to do with Huni and Rainover. These guys are the big stars in the team. And it makes sense that their synergy is so good. Also, they have really good on-camera synergy, which we can show you from an ESPN sort of highlight reel from their interview.
That's right. You can check out some of the outtakes from that interview in our last hit.
If I'm hoping to make you guys team next year, what do I need to do? What do I need to work on?
If you want to join Immortals?
Yeah, I want to join Immortals. Like, what's your position?
I'm jungler.
You're the jungler.
Yeah.
So you run through the jungle.
Yeah.
And what do you like? Sneak attack people? Is that the whole thing? You jump out of the woods on people?
Usually, like the base is you should like farm efficiently.
Okay.
And,
you farm?
No, and then,
farmer?
Yeah, and then you should gank, help laners, you know.
No, just he always said basically he's farmer, you know.
He's a farmer?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite crop? Are you a carrot guy? Potatoes? Oh. Potatoes? You grow potatoes? Oh. The pigs? You like it?
Well, I prefer cow though. Let's take.
No, what's your position?
Well, I'm top.
You're the top?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is that position?
It's like 1 versus 1 lane.
Okay.
You need to be really crazy, and then first go for lane phase, and then even you kill enemy team, just you can die.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's okay if you die.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter because I kill because you know.
So you're like a psycho.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. I kill them, but I'm dead. But it's worth because I kill them.
So you're like the warrior crazy person, and you're growing potatoes.
Yeah, that's why our synergy is great, you know.
That's absurd.